Good morning, my dear students. I'm your science teacher. Welcome to all back science online classes. Students, I hope you all are fine and doing well at your home. And students, I hope you have seen the last videos, and in last videos we have seen the general properties of materials, why their basis of appearance and hardness. But students, today I have brought a new topic. The topic's name is that visibility. That today we will know about the general properties of materials, how to sort out on the basis of visibility. On the basis of visibility. Students, if I talk about visibility, I hope might be you have heard or may not be. But students, I let you know about the visibility. Visibility, it means being able to see, which is visible. Students, can you see everything in the surroundings? If I talk you, can you see everything in the surrounding? Till? No. It's not possible, students. It's not possible to see all the things. Why? Because few objects are like too much bigger, and few objects are like too smaller. Two smaller objects and two bigger objects. It is possible to see. Not possible. So, on the characteristics of visibility, we will see the nature of object. Visibility depends upon the nature of object. Why we people able to see? Due to the reflection only. Due to the reflection. When we will study about the light chapter, then you will come to know what is the reflection and refraction. Okay, but today we will discuss about what is the visibility and how they are sorted out on the basis of visibility. So students, see on the basis of visibility, first topic is that transparent. Here the nature of object is first transparent. And what is transparent? If I talk about transparent, it means it is such types of object which allowed to pass the light. Just now I have discussed these topics you will study in the chapter light. Okay, but this topic is related to this chapter, so that we are studying about transparency. So students, see, transparent, it means materials that allow to pass the light through it. I told you, the materials which allow to pass the light through it. If I ask to you, switch on the torch and focus on the board and see behind of it, whether you are able to see the backside. No. Why? Because the nature of this object is not allowed to pass the light. If I talk about, just switch on the torch and fall it in the water and see in the water. It is passing. Exactly, it will pass. If that pure water is there, so definitely you can see it may be visible. Are you getting my point? Suppose, dear students, sometimes in our room lighted is there and we are used to sleeping, but in such circumstances few have habits to sleep in the dark, but the time is in the day and they are too lighted. Then how they will sleep? The people, so what they do? They used to few bed sheets, few shawls, and they cover themselves till cover their eyes. Are you getting my point, students? And after that, what they happen? The light, that particular shawl and particular cloth do not pass the light to their eye. That's why they feels like night. They feels like dark. That's why they able to sleep. That is transparency. Transparency means the object of the natures that allow to pass the light through it. That is called transparent. As example, see glass and water in the sea. Okay, students. Now one step more. What is the one step more? Next, see translucent. What is a translucent? It means materials that allow sunlight to pass through it. Materials that allow sunlight, not complete sunlight allowed to pass through it. You can say house of stability. Take the colored water, not pure water. Whenever you want to pass the light through it, it will pass but slow. Not completely light. See white paper, the paper which is sync with that white paper, you can say that, and pass the light through it. It will not pass. That's why I said the objects which allow only some light to pass through it, such types of object is known as translucent object. Okay, students. So, see the next topic is that opaque objects. Now, one more topic, opaque objects on the basis of visibility. And what is opaque objects? The object is that materials which do not allow to pass the light through it. Materials which do not allow to pass the light through it. That is called opaque objects. If I ask to you, just switch on the light in the room and go out and see whether light is passing outside or not. What you will observe? No, light is not there. Why? Because the room is surrounded by the wall and wall is not transparent, wall is not translucent, it is opaque. Which has not tendency, which has not properties to pass the light through it. That's why such types of objects is categorized as opaque objects. So, as example, we can see wood, a stone, etc. Students, on the basis of visibility, we have seen the transparent, translucent, or opaque objects. It means there are three types of objects may be there: transparent, translucent, and opaque objects. But students, one step more, we are going forward to a step out regarding the shortage of materials or grouping of different kinds of materials. See, then number 4 topic is electricity. How can we keep categorized on the basis of electricity? How can we sort out the materials whether it can be electrified, electrocuted or not? On the basis of electricity, students, we will see on the basis of electricity. Number first topic, good conductor. What is that? Good conductor. What is good conductor? Do you know good? Good means good. We all are good. You know, the person who is doing well, that is good. The person who is staying healthy, that is good. What is conductor? Do you know conduct? To execute, conduct to pass. OR करने वाला. It means कहने का सेंस यह है good conductor बेटा. Book conductor बस वाली conductor नहीं बेटा. You don't think about the conductor who is servicing in the bus. That is not a conductor. But working is like that. Working is like that. Because here the objects which allow to pass the electricity, pass the current through them, through it. But in bus conductor, they have on roles and descriptions. But here we will see the good conductor materials which allow to current electricity to pass through it. I have said that it is such types of materials which have the capacity, which have the properties to pass the light through, to pass the current through it. As example, see, metals are good conductor. All metals. Metals, that means talk about iron, talk about copper, talk about aluminum, talk about silver. These all are metals which is the good conductor of electricity. It's very simple, we can pass the electricity through it. Okay students, that's why we use that wire at home, that is also a part of meter, that is made with the help of either copper or aluminum. See students, the next topic, bad conductor. Bad conductor means poor conductor. Bad conductor means poor conductor. It means the objects which cannot allow to pass the light through it. Okay students, which cannot allow to pass the current through it. Allowed to pass the current through it. That is bad conductor. Bad conductor it means, as example, like non-metals. All of non-metals like rubber, wood, or plastic, paper, etc. Students, these are the bad conductor for electricity. If you want to pass the electricity through it, it cannot be helped. It cannot pass the electricity. So students, only and only metals are used to make the electric wires. Why? Because it is a good conductor for electricity. And students, I hope that you all have studied, you all have understood very well, and till now, till that, for the next videos, you have to keep revising this topic and mention it in your notebooks in very neat and clean handwriting and send it back to me. Welcome to our back another session of science online classes. So friends, see, in the last video we have seen about the grouping of materials, how they grouped, but this time we will discuss how to group the materials which have the capability, which have to sink or float in water. Okay students, this time we will know about the materials which can sink in the water or which can float on the surface of water. Okay students, so let's proceed regarding the topic. But before proceeding, just I request to everyone, take out your textbook, notes copy, and get ready with the next classes, today's classes. See students, there are two types of object. Number first, the materials which can sink in the water. Why they sink? Have you considered? Have you observed few materials sink in the water or few materials not sink in the water? It means they float on the water. As we have seen in the last Sunday activity classes, where I have shown you how to float a needle on the surface of water. In spite of that, needle is not possible to float on the surface of water. In spite of that was floating on that time. That I have shown you through the activity. So, students, the materials has two types. The materials which has the denser than, which means whose density is larger than water. The materials whose density is larger than water, that will sink in the water. See students, first, materials which sink in water is denser than water. It means the density of material is larger than water. Students, the density of water or the density of particular material which sinked in the water and which have the capability to sink in the water, that density is larger comparatively to water. That's why the particular object sink in the water. See what type of materials can sink in the water. See, as example, we can see the iron needles. Needles is also the iron needle, we can say. So, or a stone. While we are swimming, we can also sink in the water if the person is not knowing how to swim. Okay students, but you can ask, sir, which another one? Beta, just I let you know. One more another objects which cannot sink in the water, which can float on the surface of water. Okay students, in such conditions, why they are floating? The thing is that have the less density than the water. That's why that particular materials are floating on the surface of water. What types of materials are there? You can take dry wood, जो सूखी लकड़ी होती है बेटा वो ड्राई wood. आप पेपर देख लो. आप जब in last video, in activity videos, I have shown you how the papers are also floating on the water. Okay, plastic, you can see also plastic can also float on the water. Why? Because their density is lesser than the water. That's why they are floating on the surface of water. Okay, students. See, many more examples are there. So I think you come to that point. You understood that point. The materials why are sinking and why are floating. I think you can determine. I think you can distinguish between both. So, students, we will proceed one step more. And what is the one step more? How to group the materials, how to sorting the materials, how to recognize the materials. See, one step more. We will forward. And next topic is that solubility of substance in water. Solubility of substance in water. Solubility of substance in water. The substance which are soluble or not soluble. What percentage of solubility in water not possible or not percentage having the materials to dissolve in water. Now we will consider. And students, as we know, few materials. There are two types of materials once again. Materials which can dissolve in water and second material which cannot dissolve in water. Now we will discuss miscible liquid. Miscible liquid. You will see miscible liquid. What is miscible liquid? Miscible liquid, students, it means it is the types of liquid which can easily dissolve in water. That can easily mix with water, and that will not make a separate layer. That completely dissolve. That is called miscible liquid. Liquid. I am talking about liquid, not substance. I am talking about liquid. Miscible liquid. It means liquid which can dissolve in water, which can dissolve in water, which can mix well in water. Just as the example, see, every day we are drinking milk also. See, as we put one glass water in that milk, also it mixed, not water and milk are separated. So you can see lemon also, lemon water juice, lemon juice you also used to drink sometimes. Then liquid also, you can take fruit juice, that is also. So miscible liquid means such types of liquid which can dissolve in a liquid, it means in water or mixed well with water. Such types of liquid is called miscible liquid. So students, once again I will discuss one more topic, that is immiscible liquid. Immiscible liquid. In this liquid has tendency to do not dissolve with water or dissolve in water. Okay students, ये वैसे लिक्विड्स होते हैं बेटा जो वाटर के साथ क्या करते हैं, डिजॉल्व नहीं होते हैं. अगर वो जब वाटर में जाते हैं तो वो अपना एक लेयर अलग से बना लेते हैं. जैसे अगर आप वाइल और वाटर को अगर आप मिक्स करोगे तो क्या होगा, वाइल का लेयर अलग आ जाएगा और वाटर का लेयर अलग आ जाएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि वाइल की जो डेंसिटी होती है वो वाटर की डेंसिटी से क्या होता है, कम होता है. जैसे कारण वाटर का वाइल क्या होता है, वो अपर लेयर में आ जाता है और वाटर डाउन साइड लेयर में आता है, लोअर लेयर में आता है. सो अब अगर बात करें तो स्टूडेंट्स, नंबर थर्ड पॉइंट, सॉल्यूट. व्हाट इज सॉल्यूट? डू यू नो सॉल्यूट? व्हाट इज सॉल्यूट? सॉल्यूट इज द सब्सटेंस. Solid is a substance which can dissolve in water. Okay, which can dissolve in water. See, the substance which dissolve in water is known as solid. Just as example, if you supposed to be asked about the example, sugar, salt, glucose, these all are what? Solid. Why? Because that compound, that substance can dissolve in water completely. That's why that is called solute. But I am talking about next one, solvent. What is solvent? If I talk about solvent, the liquid substance where a solute particles used to dissolve in and to make a solution, that is called solvent. Because solvent is a liquid which of them are solid particles added with it and make a solution, that is called solvent. You can see it is the substance that dissolves the solid to make the solution is called solvent. Example is the students, as example you can take water where you are dissolving anything. Okay, suppose we are dissolving sugar in milk, then sugar will be solid and milk will be solvent. Why? Because solute always dissolve. Solute has tendency to dissolve, has tendency to mix with the other solution, that is called solvent. Okay students, see the last point, last topic, that is solution. What is solution? If I talk about solution, so students, sugar, water mixed both, what will happen? That will be, that sugar was soluble, that water was solvent, and when they mixed together, what happened? That will be make a solution. That will be a solution. What solution? Sugar solution. Same way, salt solution, glucose solution, ORS solution. These all are the examples which can be make a solution. Solution, it means the mixture of solute as well as solvent. The mixture of solid and solvent is called solution. I hope, I think, students, you have understood these all topics, why materials can float and can sink in the water, what is the reason behind it, why and what types of materials, what have the capabilities, how to miscible and immiscible, what types of materials can miscible and what types of materials can immiscible, what is solute, solvent, solution, solution. These all terms have been introduced very clearly, and I think you have understood very well. So students, what the rest topic was there, rest topic is there, we will see in the next video. Till that, kindly take a notes of this topic and keep revising, memorize it. Okay students, that's all.